All right, Kylie, thank you. Well, it is a summer camp like no other. The first ever construction camp hosted by the Tippecanoe Building Trades Construction Council gave students hands-on experience to learn about specific trades alongside professional educators and apprentice instructors. In our Eye on Education segment this week, Tippecanoe Building Trades President Stephen Snyder is here and has details on plans to grow the camp for next summer and how this camp is already having an impact. And Stephen, welcome to the program.
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity.
This trades, and there's been a lot made, not only here in Indiana, but around the country, of the shortage of welders, pipe fitters, and skilled tradesmen. Talk about, in the 9-county region in the Lafayette area that you represent, talk about the need, the demand for these types of workers.
Well, I will say, as a professional tradesman myself, pipe fitter by trade, and the president of the Tippecanoe Building Trades Construction Council, this is the first time going into the holiday seasons with open calls and or open manpower that needs to be put on several different job sites. So this demand I have not seen in 20 plus years.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about this summer construction camp. A new idea. This was the first year for it. How did the idea come about? And then just talk about the camp itself and what all happens.
Sure. So the idea was born just like anything else out of need. I work real tight with Greater Lafayette Commerce. Kara Webb, I want to give her a shout out. She's a fantastic person. She helped get me motivated, and we just brainstormed an idea, having a construction camp to get that in front of the students to let them know these are viable career paths.
Yeah. We'll talk about these jobs too, welders, pipe fitters. Talk about the types of jobs and careers we're talking about.
Sure. So we're talking about construction, professional construction trades, from pipe fitters, plumbers, carpenters, electricians, boilermakers, cement finishers, painters, et cetera, sheet metal workers. Typically high-skilled projects, high-skilled wages, and high-skilled demand.
Yeah, you talk about the demand, you talk about the wages, you talk about the careers that you can have here. Is part of it a perception challenge that students, but maybe more importantly, teachers, parents, don't really understand what these careers are all about?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can beat students up all day long and say, hey, look here, knucklehead, you need to do this, that, and that. But really, we need to get in front of the teachers, get in front of the parents, and let them know that these are viable, well-paid career paths other than college for the kids.
Talk about the camp itself and what students you had, around 80 or so in this first year. Talk about what the experience was. 6 weeks and no cost, is that right?
Zero cost. We picked up 100% of everything associated. I had 12 different professional trades that participated in this. We took care of all the PP&E, professional protective equipment, for the individuals. We bought them lunch. We brought them in on that day. They could sign up whatever trade they were interested in, spend an entire day with the heavy equipment operators operating equipment, hang out with the best trade of all, which are the plumbers and pipe fitters, and do that fun stuff. Welding, et cetera, et cetera. So it was a great experience to get a hands-on view of the trades.
So based on this first year, which I think you're very encouraged by, you're going to do it again next year. How do you see the opportunities for growth in this camp?
You know, at this point, it's limitless. We threw this together, I wouldn't say at the 11th hour, but maybe at the 10th hour, with half expectations. Within 2 weeks, it way succeeded our expectations. The community's hungry for it. The city of Lafayette has got involved with me. Other entities have reached out and said, you're doing a great thing, this is awesome, and our phone's been blowing up off a hook.
Yeah, do you think it's already had an impact? I mean, do you think it's already making a difference?
Yes, I don't have the exact numbers and metrics, but traffic to our offices has increased. Our joint apprenticeship training committees has all reported across the board an uptick in people that are interested, and my personal phone has been blown off the hook.
Well, a lot of creative things going on. This is a great example in terms of addressing the talent pipeline. Stephen Snyder is the president of the Tippecanoe Building Trades Construction Council. Thanks for joining us. We'll have you back on to talk about it next year or before.
Sounds good. I appreciate the time.